Darin, I just can't believe that you're gone, and it's crazy to think how fast life can change in the salon. It will never be the same without you. But your spirit lives on in each of us every single day, and it comes out in our work, and I know that you are watching over us.
Darin, he was so sweet, and I just loved his smile. Every time I saw him, he just would make you smile, even if you were having a bad day.
Darin was so wonderful and magical and sparkly and tan and just fabulous. And the world will be a lot less beautiful without him here.
Darin's spirit was fast moving, always. I was talking earlier, and walking through the salon, I just feel you rushing past me and barely seeing you, and I mean, you're always there, so just always moving, always doing, always functioning, no matter what.
Darin, you spent all your time making everybody else so beautiful, but you were the most beautiful there ever was, and we're gonna miss you, love you, and gonna miss your spirit.
The most important thing to me was that Darin taught me that I could tell which ovary I was ovulating from by the zits on my face. And he made sure to tell me that I was healthy because every month it switched. So I was ovulating appropriately. And he also introduced me to my first taste of bison. This summer he grilled steaks for us, and it was delicious. And I can just feel the peace in his heart, and he'll be missed.
Hey Darin, it's Shalise, or Shanae, as you like to call me. You were always there for me to talk to, no matter what shit you were going through. You always have good advice and a glass of wine, even when I'm sitting outside your house and don't know where to go next. I can't fathom not talking to you again, and I will always love you. I'll always love you.
I had the pleasure of working with Darin several times on the set of some Ackerman shoots, and simply put, from the second I met him, he was just always making me smile and the people around him smile. And above all, that's the most important thing in life, I think, is to make people smile and to be happy and to kill people with kindness, and that's what he always did. So, loved you, Darin. You were wonderful.
Darin being at the salon, you know he was there. His personality was so big, his presence was so big that it wasn't like, oh, Darin's here? Of course you knew that he was there. He was, playing with somebody or helping somebody or doing something for somebody all the time or fixing something. The best thing, my favorite thing about Darin was that he would come in with his hair fixed and his outfit perfect. But he would get the tool bag and go fix whatever needed to be fixed. I thought that was so amazing one day whenever he just fixed everything in the salon, and he was just dressed to the nines. So, I mean, he's definitely going to be missed. I can't.
Darin, finding the words to describe you are not easy. You are one of a kind, my modern-day unicorn. You are such an amazing person, your spirit, your passion for life, your eye for the details, your drive for success, and your thirst for excitement. These were all qualities that your friends admired so much. You had this ability to make new friends anywhere that you went. You attracted people to you like a moth to a flame. You always captured the essence of youth and beauty and lived for the opportunity to share it with the world. As humans, we are given a family at birth, and then we become a little older and more independent souls, and we choose another family. These are the people we call best friends. You are one of my best friends, my brother by choice. You were always there for me with a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen, with a smile and an ability to put life in perspective. You always reminded me when to laugh and smile when needed. You were always so honest and always made sure that your friends were taken care of. I always knew exactly where I stood in your life. Somehow this scene in my life seems all wrong. The continuity is all messed up. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as a makeup touch-up or a hair out of place. It's nothing that can be fixed in post-production. You're gone, and there isn't a casting director in the world that could recast one of the lead actors in this movie I call my life. You are irreplaceable, In closing, you touched my life in so many ways, and I loved you with all my heart. I will always carry the lessons you taught me, the essence of your spirit in my heart forever. Peace and love, Sean.
I want him to know that I love him, and the times and the memories that we've had together are unbelievable and epic, and he's always been there for me since day one, and so have I for him. It's definitely been hard. There's going to be a place missing in my heart. He took a big place in my heart. He was like my brother, my older brother. The stories that I have, I will never forget. They're going to live on in me for a lifetime. I would definitely tell the stories, but most of them I can't because they're just inappropriate. But our sense of humor was the same. We thought the same. We loved the same things. We were like Twinkies.
I just wanted to say that it's been a wonderful, enriching experience having had the opportunity to work with Darin. And in the business that we're in, you're so much more than just agency and crew. You really do form those friendships. And Darin was always the first one to help provide a laugh and lighten the load of the levity that sometimes happens on shoots. It's very appropriate that I'm sitting here without makeup today because if I were ever on a shoot with Darin, I would purposely show up with no makeup on just so I could get it done by him that day. My favorite recent story is having worked with him and we were in a studio and someone kicked a little medicine ball at him and he just jumped over it and was like, "Oh honey, I am way too gay for that." So he was going to have no part of playing the soccer ball, which was completely Darin as well, and will be greatly missed.
The short time I did know him, he made a big impression on me, but most of all my daughter. Was so kind to her and so generous with her. They used to snuggle on the couch and watch YouTube videos while I was working, and it was really hard for her. And it's hard for me because I'm gonna miss him at work, and he was so quick-witted and always making us laugh. He always knew how to make a bad moment kind of joyful in a way. I miss him and I love him. I wish I could have known him longer.
His personality is so darling. We just loved him, and he was very much a part of us. I happened to run into Neil McCaleb last night, and I talked to him because it was such a joy to watch the two of those guys together. Neil, the august, grandfatherly figure, and Darin that would they just clicked, and Darin took such good care of him, and they just, they were a pair. They had something special, and it was great to see. You take someone who is that alive, that much of a spark plug, that much of just a joy, and it's just unfathomable to even contemplate that he's not with us any longer. So we already miss the heck out of him.
I just want you to know that I love you so much, and I've decided that I'm going to pretend like you've moved away and you're so busy that you can't get a hold of anybody, and you don't have, you're having so much fun, and you're just gone for a little bit, and I plan to talk to you, and I hope that you talk back to me, and you've changed my life. You were the first person that took me under your wing when I met you at the Velvet Monkey 5 years ago, and you made me a part of your life with the films and the commercials, and we became close and tight, and you were a brother to me, and I don't know who is going to take that place, and I just want you to know that I love you. You touch my life. You touch my daughter's life. You're a part of every big thing that's happened to me in my life. And I've met some really awesome people through you.
Darin taught me a lot. He meant the world to me, and I didn't know him very long, only for like 3 years at the most, but he taught me so much. And he took me places I would never get to go, like video shoots and movies and all sorts of fun stuff.
Darin was a force of nature. I mean, you always knew when Darin was around. He was just a force of fashion and hair and makeup, and I completely trusted him and his opinions on all the shoots that we had. And I've never met a more talented guy than him in his field, and he will be surely missed. He was a great individual.
So many wonderful makeup memories with Darin. Such a professional, always brought laughter and joy to my shoots. And with above and beyond every time he was asked to do something, from making an opera singer to putting makeup on a donkey. Even with the tornado sirens going off all around us, he still came through and got the job done. He'll sorely be missed. And the broad range of his work is a testament to the gift that he shared with all of us.
Hi, we're here to talk about Darin. This is some of the Whodunit gang that worked with him for several years and knew him well, and we were just going to share a few stories about Darin and over the years.
I remember when I first started Whodunit, I was 16, and my parents came to my first show because they were really excited. Their girl was in real theater, and Darin actually played the part of Veronica Swan, a female that flirted with my dad all night long, and my dad loved it. As a matter of fact, I think he was happy that my mom was getting a little jealous, but then at the end of the show, he removed his wig and said, "Hi, in real life, my name's Darin, and I'm a man." My dad literally fell out of his seat. So thank you so much, Darin, for that. And Emma, thank you too.
Do you remember how the show Who the Hill Killed Billy was named?
Yeah, I don't think we can forget that one.
No, because Darin had to come out. He runs out and he says, "First of all, you have to know how I came up with this. I was sitting on the toilet and I thought to myself, who the hell killed Billy?" Oh my God, that's what we called it.
Yep.
And then we stopped laughing and went, "Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good name."
No, that's stupid. No, that's actually pretty good.
He was so proud of himself about that. So, you know, I mean, he just never ceased. We would always talk about it, and then he would go, "You know, I thought of that on the toilet."
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite memories of Darin is when he was here working on making our Halloween monsters for one of the casino campaigns. It took him all day. He kept smiling and kept laughing, and he was just so much fun to watch. I just sat here and just watched him create the most amazing monsters you could ever see, and I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget any of the sets I was on where he made them fun, and he made everything so much brighter. And there's no way he can be replaced. We're gonna miss you a lot. I'll never forget you.
Darin, what I'm going to miss most about you is summers in your backyard, summers in general, dancing in your living room when nobody else was. It was just you and me, and we'd be drunk and stepping on each other's feet, and going in your backyard, and no matter what season it was always summer. It was always beautiful, and the grass was green, and we'd all jump in your hot tub and make monkey stew.
Darin was always there, always made it on time, ahead of time, beat me there. And of course, those are the days that you're not always looking the very best. And he said, girl, I have got to get you a haircut or a style or something because this has got to go. And I said, oh, I like it. I sometimes can do it up and that sort of thing. He goes, you know, I could make you into a gorgeous queen if you were one of those. So that's quite a compliment, I think, coming from a man who had a love of all of us.
I remember going to Ghouls Gone Wild and you were a serial killer. And you had a box of cereal and you'd use all your props to make it look like you were a serial killer or whatever. And
oh God, he went dancing with me and my girlfriend Crystal and a couple other friends of mine, and my friends had never been dancing with any of us in our crowd, and I think that they were a little shocked by Darin's, because he was so eccentric sometimes, and he was not scared to be himself, and especially when he had a few drinks in him, oh my gosh, he would get out there and take his shirt off, and my friends were like, oh my God, this guy's so crazy, but that, you know, it was so fun, you know, it was not a bad crazy, it was a fun crazy, and we just had a really good time with him. So, I don't know, everything was funny about Darin, you know.
He was so good at what he did. That's what, I mean, it's going to be a big hole in our operation here because he can't be replaced. And we're just going to miss him.
He was larger than life.
It's his legacy, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He was definitely,
We've got, more than 20 years of friendship with him.
Yeah.
And we're sad that he's gone, but
Let's just tell the corn story. Madam Yahoo.
Yes, Madam Yahoo.
Brad Perez decides that we're going to do the last scene in slow motion. And he gets everybody together, because Brad's a genius, and he sits there and he gets everybody around, and he goes, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do this in slow motion. And we're all like, oh, really? Okay.
Everyone listened to it.
We all sat down, we listened to Brad's idea, and Darin goes, okay, and then after that, why don't we just get a bucket of corn and kick it?
So, Brad, corn.
Yeah, Brad's sitting in the audience right now going, that was a good idea.
We used it.
We did, we actually did.
Somebody had a little can of corn.
Definitely a sad loss, but definitely a wonderful life.
So many memories that I'll always have with me for the rest of my life. I love you, Darin. Thank you for that.
One thing that I remember most about you is my fabulous birthday parties you would throw me every year. They would be themes. Last year was a white trash party. The year before that was a sarong party, and just you being in full character. I didn't even know who you were for like the first 15 minutes of my birthday party because you were dressed up like a creepy old man. But you just always went way beyond anything I could ever imagine, and I love you for that.
He had an amazing spirit. He could enlighten, encourage, brighten anybody's day. He was funny. Always knew how to bring me out of the dumps if I was having a down day, and he was always a positive thinker and had a bright outlook for everything. He was my best friend. I know everybody's saying that because he was. Darin was just the guy that was just everybody's best friend. There wasn't anything he wouldn't do for somebody. He was always punctual. In fact, he was always early to a shoot. He never wanted to be late, so he was always early. And I used to love how when he tried to do wardrobe and makeup, and there'd be a lot of people, and it'd get really crazy, and he'd get really flustered, and he'd go, okay, now everybody just stop. And he was the only one flustered. So I have a lot of fun memories from being on set, or just we would go to lunch and then he'd go give me a facial and pamper me and make me feel special. Or we'd go to dinner. We went and saw burlesque together, and that was fun. It was like best girls' day out. Darin just has an amazing energy. and I don't know anyone that ever came in contact with him that didn't like him.
What do you say about a person who is all of us? Darin had the qualities that we all have as artists, as people, as friends, as neighbors. Infallible, nutty, crazy, fun, sad, overworked, underpaid. He's all of us. He's the essence of who we all are. And I've worked with Darin for so many years that when you make that phone call and know that he's not going to be there, it's really tough. But this is a celebration of who he is, and we just need to look at each other, everyone here, everybody in the room, everybody around us, and you see Darin. He's right here.
I'm gonna miss Darin's lightheartedness.
I'm gonna miss Darin's spunk. You know, he would just come in and take care of business.
I'm gonna miss his texting, the whole thing about texting, looking over the glasses, under the glasses, couldn't see his phone, but was texting, updating Facebook. Texting.
You know, the things that he would say, quick-witted, come back and make something, I mean, you were just shocked sometimes what he would say, but it still just made you belly laugh. You know, he was just really quick-witted, I guess.
I would miss the most his charisma, the excitement. Like, he was like a burst of energy that lightened up the entire room.
I'm gonna miss your spirit and your thirst for life.
I'll miss your sparkle, for sure.
Pizzazz. Everything he did, zazz all over the place.
Darin making me laugh. He can make everybody laugh. Darin's spirit was truly funny.
He was always so enthusiastic, and I'll miss his little jeans that he had designed. He was so proud of. He had put these patches down and made them like flare out. They were so cute. He was so proud of them.
I just miss Darin's like happiness and like he was so fun to be around. He never, was negative or anything like that. He brought out the best side in everybody.
He was just vibrant. You couldn't help but smile at him.
I'm gonna miss Darin's look across the salon over his glasses. He would look down really low and just look at me, and no matter what, I always knew exactly what he was gonna say or what he was thinking. And
He always had a positive attitude no matter what was going on, and he was always there for me. And now I can't fathom not talking to him again.
I'm gonna miss being able to go to him for advice. And I really looked up to him and admired him, and he taught me how to be me, how to be open, and to accept who I am as a person. And he always was my big brother.
Darin, I just wanted you to know that I love you, and I will always love you, and I know that you're in a happy place and you're at peace, and I know that you loved everybody in your life. I love you.
I love you, and I wish I would have had one more time with you. So I love you. I'll talk to you soon, and you're never going to be gone to any of us.
Mr. Darin Moore, my friend, my best friend. One of your famous sayings were, release it into the universe. Well, my friend, you have been released. I miss you so much. I'm a little jealous and proud of everything that you've done, and I know in my heart that you're with us. And I just look forward to the day of standing by your side again. I love you so much.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to thank you all for coming. I'm Darin's little sister, Honesty. Darin wouldn't want you to be sad. He'd want you to be happy and celebrate his life. And that's why we're throwing him this party instead of a funeral. One thing that Darin taught me as a child was how to deal with death. And he always told me the 5 stages of grief. And one is denial.
2 is anger. 3 is bargaining. 4 is depression. And 5 is acceptance. And let's have a party.